There are three ways that money grows. So that will be the focus of today's presentation. Up on the whiteboard, you can see the first way that money grows is at a fixed rate. And this is where 80% of Americans invest their money. Now, the fixed rate graph looks something like this. You can see that it has very little increase, has a little bit of increase, but very little. Now, it grows at a rate of 0.0035%. Okay? So that's the rate that it grows at. And again, as I mentioned, this is where 80% of Americans invest their money. Now, the last time that I checked, inflation was at 8%. That's a staggering number compared to the fact that most Americans invest their money at a fixed rate, and it's only increasing at a rate of 0.0035%. So, compared to the rate of inflation, that can give you an understanding of why so many Americans are struggling just to pay their minimum, their bills, their insurance. Okay, so the common name, many of you are probably asking, what is the common name for a fixed rate? And the answer is banks. Okay, so that's one way that money grows. The second way that money grows is referred to as a variable rate. And this is where 15% of Americans invest their money. Now, the graph for variable rate looks like this. So it'll have an increase, a sharp decrease. It'll have another increase, another sharp decrease. It'll have an increase and then a decrease, and so on. Okay? So the last time that it had that severe drop was in 2008, the market crash of 2008. And this is where many Americans, a great majority of Americans, had to work an extra 9 years just to make up for that lost money because they were not able to retire. So they had to work an extra 9 years to make up for that loss. The common name for variable rate is, as you may have already seen here at the bottom, is the stock market. And this is it's a variable rate, so it's very risky. So it carries a great deal of risk. Now, the third way that money grows is referred to as compounding interest. And the graph for compounding interest looks like this. So you're going to have increases when the market suffers. It only stays even. There is another increase, and if there is another drop in the market, again, it stays even. And this continues, and continues. So it looks sort of like a staircase. So there's growth, yet there are no drops. Now, this is where only 5% of Americans invest their money. And the common name for compounding interest are index accounts. Now, the wealthy start these accounts for their children when they are only 2 weeks old. So you can see that by the time that these babies become adults, how much their money has grown, because not only does the original investment increase and continue to compound, but subsequently, all of the money that continues to grow, that continues to compound. So those are the three ways that money grows. Those are the three ways that money grows. If you have any other questions on retirement planning, on investing, contact us at Casas Asset Protection. Also, know that you can subscribe in order to stay informed on the latest strategies to have the best retirement plan.